Okay, we've got the game back up now. Still working out some of the technical difficulties as I go. So yeah, thought we just do some of our dailies today. Maybe a little bit of the story, hang out for an hour or so, a little bit longer. Posted a couple more videos on YouTube. Got my Edda Summon video up. Should be loaded out now. So that's kind of exciting. Put up my live stream from last night as well. Okay. Let's see. Today. It's hoping short. It's not. So I got a bunch of stamina to burn through. I know I can get to level 43 today. Make sure we gift all of our friends. Going into Crossing Worlds. I guess we might try, see if we can beat the Magician on Calamity 55. Okay, so we've got let's see if we can't pop a devil on. This fight uses a lot of magic attacks, so I would prefer a couple of high mobility that have double attacks. Let's see. Let's see if I can get rid of Blade here. And Hallie. Actually, I bet I could put it. Try her out a little. I'm gonna re-equip a lot of stuff to everybody because I'm gonna take everything. Put that onto her. Add another devil. Because we kill so many things on this map, I like to have devil stacking pretty regularly. And I guess it wouldn't hurt to have her wearing some of these. There we go. That'll be good. Can we enhance that? We can. We're going to go ahead and let up as well while we're here. I don't think we're going to take it to 50 yet. We're going to see if we can use a bit more. Yeah, that magic defense for her as well. Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with this, and we're just going to see how it goes. We're probably going to die, however, that's what this is about. March command up. Okay. I think that should be okay. Hey Andy, how are you doing, man? Good. It has been a while. I haven't heard your podcast recently. Are you still putting those out? Well, thanks, man. I appreciate the support. So we're gonna try that again. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I know I've been trying to get my microphone set up pretty well, so I can understand that struggle. So we've got a couple of devil stacks. Make sure everybody's facing the correct way. Hopefully, Bull won't get one shot this time. Oh my gosh. So today I'm actually, see, I don't think I'm ready to do this map. I've been drinking coffee, but I will be swapping to cranberry tea in just a little bit. Having a slow morning, extra caffeine. The game is a lot like, did you ever play Final Fantasy Tactics? Actually, you played Alchemist Code, so it plays a lot like Alchemist Code, which is nice. You have your characters, just like Alchemist Code, you don't really need to like pull dupes because every day you can pick a couple of them and farm up 3 copies and level up their ranks that way. So at the start, you need like 20, and then I think it's 30 to 100, 100 and 120. I know. I also miss Alchemist Code, but this scratches the itch pretty well. You have like I said, a bunch of different teams. They have different factions, and then technically there's a couple of sub factions that aren't listed. There's a group called the Hanged Men, which is really cool, and they inflict a debuff called Hangman Mark, and different units gain different buffs and abilities based on that, which is really helpful. Oh, I guess my cousin. I guess she's not a level issue, but she was higher than. That could be why she was getting. Although maybe not, because Gloria was also getting one shot real hard. But yeah, so like you have defensive units, your buffers. The new character that just came out, Etta, is really helpful. Stuff like that as well. She can create crates for people to stand on top of and get high ground to get extra damage bonuses. She can throw a cask of wine at people that reduces movement, makes them vulnerable to be caught on fire, and then also reduces their magic defense pretty substantially. You get extra bonuses each day for going through and trying to level and grab extra stuff. Based on the stamina you spend is how you level up your Voyager level, which is up here. I'm currently 42. I think I'll be able to hit level 43 today. I have a new event that came out called Elysian Feast, so now is a pretty good time to join in. I know the rerolling is still pretty easy if you want like a particular character. Yeah, the current summon banners, I also really like the art. It's like War of the Visions, but it's less complicated in my opinion, which suits me. So this is like the new big banner. However, Cole and Beryl are both still on a banner that you could reroll for just by making guest accounts before you link anything. They're both still incredibly high. I know China and Taiwan are about 6 months ahead of us, maybe 8 months ahead, and all of these units are still really good. Nungle's pretty cool. I like her a lot. Garcia is pretty cool, but you need to finish farming her ranks to make her good, from what I've read. But Etta is like one of the best support characters in the game, so I'd highly recommend pulling for her if you're gonna reroll, and then go for probably Beryl, because then Etta and Beryl together are just gonna destroy everything. I'm actually gonna hop into the event real quick because I need to farm the rest of that and try to finish getting all of the stuff out of the shop using their cake points. Excellent. I know if it's on the phone, it's really easy to do the re-rolling. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Because you can make the guest accounts. I think on PC it's harder to do the re-rolls. I'm not really sure what the format for that is. But I know if you're doing it on your phone, you can just like go into your settings and delete the guest account, and then reload the app, and it'll be there and ready. You just missed Gloria's banner, and I think Gloria is probably the most indispensable unit, but she'll be back. Her debut banner is one of the best ones in the game. Hey Tristan, how are you, man? You were asking about factions, Tristan. I'm good. Oh, is Gloria in the selector? I didn't see her in there. I think when I was looking into it, because I know you can lose pity to her, but I don't think she's necessarily in the selector itself. I'm gonna throw that cask of wine now. It's just so funny. This character is basically just waifu Donkey Kong. And if you play the Spiral of Destinies, she's actually got an incredible story because she's a merchant that ended up turning rebel to fight against one of the evil factions and like help smuggle a bunch of like innocent townfolk out of an area. She's pretty awesome. What particular factions were you curious about, Tristram? Do you have Inanna, Beryl, and Cole? Did you go for Okay, so I know. Okay. Inanna is probably the best peer support, I think. I don't know if you've looked at her very much. She has an incredibly broken skill, too, really. Let me find her. There she is. So, between being able to summon a guard who doesn't do much, but it's an extra body on the battlefield, having him on the battlefield, he can go around and hit barrels, hit the braziers, hit a lot of environmental stuff. He also can guard regularly, and if you have this skill up, she passively summons him, but if he dies, you can use this to summon another one, or just teleport the one that's on field back to you. But also, Princess's Prayer allows an ally to get a second turn within your round, and gives them attack 2 and magic defense 2, which I think is like 20% each. 20% on both attack and 40% to magic. And then yeah, if she uses it on the guard, they also get a heal, but I wouldn't recommend using it on the guard. Uh, I think she's really good as far as going for a selector if you're going to use one, because I think she would last a lot longer. Garcia's good, but I was telling Andy, for Garcia to be better, where is my Garcia? I don't think I've her because I was looking into her. There she is. You really want to get her like up to a 5-star to get extra rotational acceleration. She just gets crazy crit stacks and everything at that point. So I think she's going to be like one of my long-term projects. Because when she gets there, she's incredible. But I know comparatively, early on, she's not as good. If you have Barrel and Cole, you're pretty much already set though. Because like Inanna can make Barrel's AoEs happen a lot faster. She gets, where is it? If you're not using Wall of Fire, you can go to Flaming Meteor when you go to rank 7, which is this huge tile of damage, but it takes a turn to charge up, so you can start casting it, and then since Inanna goes last in almost every rotation, you can just give another free turn to Beryl, and she'll automatically cast it. And Edda is really good if you want to focus on Beryl as well, because like I said, her Wine Cask reduces magic defense by 40% on enemies, and it works on bosses too. So you can turn bosses into 0 magic defense using that with a good luck roll on Disaster Bottle. And I think if you get another debuff, I think you can get like a level 1 debuff with the Meteor line if you're lucky. And it's pretty crazy because then Beryl can just start using Choo 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 to do a ton of damage. Like, yeah. Same with Nungul. I've seen Nungul hit for like 15,000 on the Taiwan server using Deadly Shot. Yeah, my one of my friends who ended up playing also pulled almost the same multi. I think Vezeroth showed me a screenshot of your multi actually, and that was pretty wild. So good for you, man. That's sick. It's such a good start. Did you end up getting Gloria at all, or did you start right after the banner disappeared? Okay, yeah, hers ended like the day before yesterday, I think. If you're looking into factions, one thing you can do, I don't know if you know, but down here, you can click on the little icons and see like anybody from Iria, because I know Dentalian has an Irian aura. Uh, Discipline, I'm not sure who has the leader aura for that, but one of them should. And then sort of Convallaria is like a rainbow coalition type deal with a bunch of different people in it. Uh, we have a couple of characters coming out, because if you really like the Irian groups, a lot of these people down here are part of the Hanged Men line and get a bunch of buffs and debuffs by hitting people with the Hanged Man sign. Using the Hanged Man sign, you can get a ton of extra damage in a bunch of different people, and we have a character named Sophia who's coming out, who's going to be absolutely crazy if you have a Hanged Man team. But we also have August coming out, and this will all be middle of next month and the end of next month, I believe. think the next banner we have is Simona, who's supposed to be like a really good shielder, but I haven't looked into her too much because I wasn't super interested. I think the best overall teams. Yeah, so they're catching us up, but they're also pumping out a lot of events, and they said they're going to be increasing the gems that we can receive to try to like mitigate that. But it's also like don't you don't need the FOMO on that. You know, there's no need for the fear of missing out. If you looked up Tower of Conquest clears, most of the clears are done with like basic rare units and epics. That's why I have like epics and rares leveled up. Like Recruited Assassin is one of the best characters in the game, and it's simply because of is it not even Recruited Assassin? Maybe it's not. Where's the other assassin? Outlaw Assassin. Yeah, because he can do emergency dodge as a passive. A bunch of characters that are rares have Luxite Shrapnel, which is just like 10% damage every turn DOT, which is incredible, and those are AoE skills, so like you really don't need to pull the big meta units, and for the most part the big meta units kind of fall off in light of these other characters. I know a lot of people are using him to cheese a bunch of stuff too. I don't even have him built. But like, yeah, the Tower of Conquest is the current in-game. It's kind of like the big tower that reset once a month on Alchemist Code. So yeah, that's where you're going to be getting a lot of your stuff from early on. This was yeah, okay. It can't hurt. My recommendation would just be like, if you see somebody you like and you want to save up for him, save up for him. I don't think you need to pull on every single banner in this. Have you played any of the story yet? There's a guy named August that fights for the Union with like Gloria. He's like a evil dark paladin guy, and he's got a broken reforged sword that's like reforged with plates of steel, essentially, very crudely. He looks really cool. And Dantalion is pretty cool. He fights with twin broadswords. I can show you that in a second. Let me get rid of Cole, because I also want to. Okay. Spiral of Destiny, I think, is where you start to see August. Crazy. Oh, does Nungle not? She doesn't. Oh no. So I can't use her here. That's okay. Tragic, but it's okay. I can show off Barrel a little bit. That'll be fun. Actually, yeah. Show off Barrel. Hey, Dexcavate. Welcome to the chat. Let's see, so we're going to go ahead, use March Command. Don't forget to use your tactics, by the way, Tristan and Andy. They're incredibly helpful. March Command's like one of the best. It gives you 2 extra squares of movement. And then you can just throw guard out there. If you remember the last time I did this map, this Lance didn't kill everybody. But I think now that I have the Magician Tarot back on Gloria, it should, because the more people she hits, the more damage she deals. Yeah, so here's one of the biggest like edgy guys, since you guys are asking about him, Dantalion. Using stuff like Daybreak. He gets the broadsword and then his magic sword. It does dual hits. So it depends. A couple of them give them really early on. I know Nungle has one early on, but I think a lot of the others, those are like their penultimate skills are at like rank 9 or rank 11. Gloria has one at like rank 2 where she just throws the Lance of Longinus though. Let's see. Beryl, since you pulled her, you should know, has probably the most consistent way to cheese almost anything in the game with that little firewall skill. Now we just throw the wine. These are tactics, urgent order to get Beryl to go again. Create a crate. Throw another disaster bottle. Last turn. Use Inanna. Yeah, hold off on Inanna. Although, actually, no. I'm not going to hold off on her, because you were asking about the animated skills. Her big one is right here, the Princess's Prayer. I guess we'll just give it to Dentalian. And I'll let it all play out. She does her big prayer, everything rains down, and then he gets an extra turn with buffed damage and buffed attacks. Can use, like, Dawn Blade. It's a solid 3,000. Oh yeah, so now they're on the wine. We can just cast this and it sets the whole wine on fire. And they get extra damage. And if they're already on fire, when you set them on fire again, they just take the DOT immediately. Let me try that again with Barrel's AoE. I can show you that, because the play is really fun. Let's see. Swap skills. We're going to get rid of the firewall. Yeah, so I've been saying it since day one. The AI on this game is awful. That's why on PvP I just go like to the easy maps that I can and just clear it that way, because otherwise it is just mind numbing. It'll make you want to pull out your hair. So we're just gonna buff now instead of having her attack. Cool. Well, it's the same with you said you have Cole. Whenever Cole does her turns, she can be like, oh hey, you know, I could probably kill 2 people. Why don't I just use my support skill? I'm like, really? That's the play? Okay, so actually, let's go back 1 turn. I'm going to use Urgent Order. See if I can get Edda to go next. Here. Do Daybreak. They get debuffed, they can't heal, not that it really matters. Edda goes next. For the barrel. Run away. And it's an instant skill, so she can like move again afterwards. Alright, so now we're going to do the AoE, right? So it has to charge. However, you can have Inanna go Princess's Prayer. On barrel. Confirm. Okay, well now it's Barrel's turn. Guess what? She gets her big AoE now. And since he's on fire, got hit twice, he takes 2 DOTs immediately. So like one of the things that drew me to this was just the fun little combos and such. I'm not going to use Nungle on this because I don't get the bonus cake, but Edda and Nungle work really well together because all of Nungle's crossbow damage, they take her physical attack, they transfer it into magic damage, and if she has high ground, she deals extra damage too. So you can just create a crate for her to go stand on, use sniping position, I think it is. She gets extra range, extra crit damage. There's nobody around her because she's on high ground. It's pretty funny. And you're already reducing the magic defense, and since she does more magic damage anyway, it's just hilarious. If you liked the Hangman combo stuff, like with the edgy Dentalian and all the Irian characters, Edda and Nungle are really good. Sophia, when she comes out, you're just going to be hitting everybody with Hangman's Mark and dealing a bunch of damage. I also made a video for Nergal, who's like the big tank for that faction, if you want to look at that. He's got a bunch of cool like swaps and teleports. I think Fast Order is one of the nicest abilities I've seen. Oh, and Dentalian. Okay, yeah, no, the different cards don't do anything. Dentalian has a cool passive called Unsheath that if you pick, he does 2 slashes. See the first one and then the second one. The first hit is 40% of his magic attack, and then the second one is his pure physical attack. Oh, 4,000 cakes. I do recommend if you do this mission to get the Castalia, the secret wishes, and the legendaries first. Yeah, because I got all these first. And then the Radiant Powder and like the rare ores are incredibly important. They become so hard to level up items and trinkets and such later on that you really want them. Guess I'll do this. Something kind of cool, I don't know if you're aware of or not. If the last one is Rainbow, you have a chance for it to not be a stat, but be a special EX skill when you level them up. I'm excited for this one. It sucks that it has a common, but that's exciting. Physical attack. Max HP is really nice for that. Here I can show you what I'm talking about with the tarots. Go to my characters. So for instance, see how right there it says increase physical attack by 80 at level 60? But if you get the EX skill for it, it'll say something like this: reducing cooldown of all active skills by 1 turn when you're using standby. So on the turns where you're getting the extra energy, you're also reducing all of your cooldowns by 1, which is insane. I think, have I gotten any for Devil yet? I guess not. That's unfortunate. No, I did. Cool. Changes the entire tarot skill. For each one character defeated in battle, you get 2 stacks instead of 1 stack of Devil. So it's twice as quick. And Devil is really good. Increase attack and defense by 30%. Thanks for tuning in, Beats. So I did get a couple of these. Let's see. This could be good. Magic defense. Yeah. Try to level this up real quick. I've also been burnt out on a lot of mine lately. I think this scratches the itch. Oh, I didn't get the thing on this one. That's a shame. Yeah, I played a little bit of Wuthering Waves. I haven't logged in a while, but I was enjoying it. Nothing on there either. You hate to see it. Guess we'll try to level up the Devil one. Don't want to waste too many of my resources. Yeah, this is not good. So the end game, you're going to want to be using EX skills for a lot of the... Yeah, War of the Visions was not... It was just too overly built and overly complicated, in my opinion. I was not super fond of it. Agree. I'm going to finish some of my... Yeah, so what I like about this, and we're about to get a new system in the next couple chapters coming out, where you'll be able to take your gear and start doing the gear engraving Yeah, after chapter 8, which we got a little bit of leaks about, but you can have gear like increase your critical rate by 20% or start adding life steal, or if you're healthy, deal more damage, or a lot of different stuff, you know? So that's kind of cool. And the game is really generous. They give you a ton of legendaries as you go. Thanks, man. This is actually one of the nice defense lances. I was really upset when I got it because I wanted the double-edged halberd, but it turns out to be really helpful on big boss maps. Actually, I can go ahead and consolidate a little bit while we're here. Are you gonna main Cole? Do you think you're gonna use her in like most form of content that you can use her in? You do. You get a pair of void stabs, which you also get another one from doing the main voyage mementos, but they're good. Getting dupes on that isn't a bad thing. It's extra critical rate, extra crit damage. You also get this, which is nice if she's alone, no allies nearby, increases attack and defense, and then more crit, which you can overcap on crit, so just keep that in mind. But I think if you're going to focus on her, it's worth it, because she's really strong, especially if you haven't read her dupes. Her whole gimmick with dupes is making her act again passive get a better cooldown. So at the start, you know, if you kill somebody, you get an extra act again turn right away, but it has a 3-turn cooldown. At rank 3 it goes down to 2, and at rank 5 it goes down to 1. And obviously she gets extra like crit stacks and crit damage and physical attack, but being able to just get that 1-turn cooldown is insane. So if you're going to focus her, I would say it's probably worth it, but I can't make that determination for you. You also, I got lucky with getting the newborn blade. If you get it and you have Dentalian or anybody that needs extra health, it's really good. His gets a bit of a feedback loop because he has the second highest, I want to say the second highest HP stat currently, and like the highest current physical attack stat. And the fact that this increases his HP even further and then gives him more physical attack based on his HP, it's a really funny loop. Yeah, Dentalian. He looks really cool. It's a shame he's a despot and a tyrant in the series. That's why I was saying the Hanged Men, they're all like, they look really cool, and it sucks because they're like secret police. They are as edgy as they come. Everyone has their problems, you can fix him. He's a really strong unit. There is part of the story in Spiral of Destinies where you can keep ignoring his orders and doing the right thing, and he does like come to like thank you for it and like tries to change a little bit, but I don't think those kinds of people really change. Oh, that's so funny though. I'm sure he'll listen. Yeah, he seems reasonable, right? Let's see. So we're, since these are all, because I love the look of all the Hanged Men, and when they're on the field together, because Dentalian gets the extra area, where is it? Leader aura. Crazy. Oh, did I take it off? I might have taken it off. I'm not crazy. There's no way. There it is. All Irian units get an additional 20 or 10% attack, 20% defense, and deal 20% more damage to enemies affected by 3 or more debuffs. So the whole gimmick of the Hanged Men is to debuff everything all the time, so regularly. And it's really nice. You get speed down, buff your own stuff, being able to, I think, apply the Hanged Man's Mark debuff immediately just by being around people. More debuffs using Eroding Darkness, 2 attribute debuffs on just 1 skill, so you get that 3 really quickly, and it's pretty funny. And then Inanna is also from Iria. She's the Irian princess, so she's under his skill. So you can just do a full like Irian Dantalian team, and it's pretty solid. Crimson Falcon is also one of the Hanged Men people, I believe, but I don't know if she gets a buff from it. Yeah, she doesn't. She's just really good. She's like a free-to-play Cole, essentially. Which is why I wanted to have... Oh no, I don't want to take off Edda, because Edda gives me 50% extra right now. I do want to take off this. Passive. Yeah, get that ambush in there. Because now... Pretty sure. We'll see. Let's do a fun, cute little test here. Bump everybody's speed and movement and go on auto. Should be Lance of Longinus, and then I think, because I took off Cole's extra skills, everybody should just go in and just start walloping everybody. So let's see. Yeah, this is much better. Oh, and then Edda has a cute little skill that if somebody's within 4 tiles of her and attacks, she will get a free assist attack. Yeah, so this was like much faster. Dentalian also says every time you kill an enemy, he gets stats, so he has a built-in devil skill. I think it's 5% at rank 1. I pulled a dupe of him by losing my 50-50 for Edda yesterday. And his rank 2 goes from 5% to 10%, and I think it caps at 15 attack and defense per kill. But it just keeps going, and he just becomes a snowballing monster. I know, I was talking to Vezeroth. I've been trying to convince him to join the game as well. One of my friends who wasn't part of our guild, who was always trying to get me to join his guild in Alchemist Code. Since nobody else is playing this yet, I ended up joining his guild on this, and he's been like super for it because he was trying to convince me for like years last time. So that was pretty funny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I was actually talking to him for like 30 or 40 minutes the other day. He was giving me some feedback on one of my YouTube videos. Which again, shameless plug. You guys should all go watch my YouTube videos if you haven't seen them. I'm probably going to do another build video very soon. I'm thinking about either doing Edda, Tidon, or Xavier. I don't know if you guys have any preferences on any of those. Or if there's any character you guys would like to watch, because I can just take pointers from the community itself. Let your voice be heard. Watch the VODs? What does that mean? Yeah, you can't redo them. That was really frustrating to learn that the first time. Uh, there's a couple of spreadsheets that help seeing which ones you should use on and which ones you shouldn't. Oh, yeah, so do you have my YouTube channel, Andy? Because I put everything, all of my stuff that I stream on here should be in the backlog, but the first stream I messed up and didn't have, I don't know why, but Twitch doesn't have the automatic setting to keep streams. You have to go turn that on. But I did post that stream on my YouTube as well. So if you don't have that, I can link you to my YouTube. But yeah, I would very much appreciate that. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all that. Let me just shill as hard as I can real quick. But there are a couple sources, by the way, Tristam, for looking at what skills to get. You can also always ask me in the Discord. I should probably get my own Discord set up soon. But yeah, if you have any specific questions, let me know. If you have a video in mind that you'd like, I can also work on that over the next coming day or two. I put one out for Nergal, because when I pulled him, I was pretty disappointed, and I was like, man, this guy is edgy, but he looks worthless. And then I read his kit and played around a little bit, and I was like, oh, I couldn't have been more wrong. I was also thinking about doing lore videos and like story synopsis, since there's like 5 different story paths in Spiral of Destiny, and just covering parts of them, or maybe even devoting streams to doing a couple of them, because I know they take a very long time, so we could do that over a number of streams and just go through the story together. But for this one, I figured it's Saturday, there's an event up, I want to clear out the event as best as I can, and I'm close to getting to 43. Luckily, I think 20 is pretty reasonable to hit. Yeah, one of my favorite YouTubers, Vati Vidya, has a bunch of lore videos, and I was like, oh, nobody's doing that for this. Why don't I try to do that? What's my favorite food? I like Anguirus from Godzilla. The seminal kaiju classic film, Godzilla. Specifically, Destroy All Monsters. But yeah, the lore videos I thought would be a nice thing, because carve out my own niche, because there's plenty of people doing like guide videos, there's plenty of build videos. I wanted my build videos to be on underrated characters, or characters that people were like, man, I'm upset I pulled this character instead of like the new meta, what have you. And at least this way I can show people how to build those characters and be like, hey, literally every unit in this game is good. I don't think there's a bad unit so far. I've seen, like, even in a Clash, people use. Well, like even in Clash, people use a ton of I think the biggest, hardest Clash I've had to fight was somebody because you like Garcia, right? So somebody using Garcia in the back, and then just built a bunch of stockades and towers around Garcia, and the rest of the party were just outlaws who do nothing but auto attack because the AI for auto attack is really strong. Because you've seen it, you mentioned it. The AI just tries to go use skills when they're superfluous. When they're like, oh, I could kill this guy, but why don't I run away and do a support buff instead? The outlaw rare characters are just like, oh, I could kill this guy. He's dead. So having a whole team of that while your AI is busy doing whatever it wants to do, and they're just pulling with Garcia and stabbing him. So everything's good in different content. Tower of Conquest is the reason that I've leveled up my not legendary units because the team of legendaries will just get stomped. Need a bunch of units for Tower of Conquest that are just like basic rare, basic common, and a couple of epics here and there. The only ones that have been highly recommended for the Tower of Conquest stuff really are Beryl, Gloria, and Inanna. Inanna gets extra turns, has the guard unit that can move around for free. Beryl has the wall of fire that you can use, that you can just have the enemy AI walk through the entire thing in a whole line and lose like I don't know, half of their health. And then Gloria just buffs and has a couple of things that can push people off the map. But so does Mytha, and Mytha's free, so use Mytha. Underrated goat Mytha, I'm just saying. One of the best supports in the game, has heals, has buffs, has knockoffs, has counterattacks. Jack of all trades, master of none. You can build her using like the Fool, or Wheel of Fortune's really funny with her as a tarot, because she'll just get random Wheel of Fortune effects, which can either be heals, buffs, or even like Wrath of God AoEs that just like knock enemies back, which is hilarious. Or if you're unlucky like me sometimes, and I should make a couple of shorts, I guess, would be funny, showing Wheel of Fortune gone wrong, because you can also do the AoE when you're right next to a barrel and blow yourself up. So Edda works incredibly well with Nungle. I think Nungle is the better character from the Nungle Garcia banner. I think she ages really well, especially if you're looking into the edgy people, because she's part of Iria and the Hanged Men. I think her rank 9 passive basic attack changes into a when I hit you, you get the Hangman's mark, and she's a sniper, so she can hit most things. But the combo of her and Edda is really good because she wants high ground. Well, Edda can make crates. You can stand on the crate. Uh, she does magic attack damage, while Edda reduces magic defense. It's really ridiculous. I do think Edda, since like you said, works for more teams, but if you want to build that edgy team, I think Nungle is an incredibly good choice. And then I would probably save. So the Hanged Man team works really well for DOTs, and they're kind of roguish. Sophia comes out middle of next month, and if you have a good Hangman team, she's going to be tier 0. She stays tier 0. If you're looking for meta mixed with not meta, because the Hangman units are kind of hit or miss here and there. But she works incredibly well with Nurgle, Nungle, and every single Hanged Man. They also have like the best faction support, I think, because of Candlelight. Candlelight can restore 4 energy, heal, give like 3 debuffs, give like 2 attribute buffs all in one skill, and it's an AoE. Here, I can pop her up in a second and show you. Beryl is also a really good DOT character. Uh, even the rogues, Tristan. The literal outlaw assassin and like hired assassin. Let's see. Like I told you earlier, because one of the best DOT things you can do here, outlaw archer, right? Looks like shrapnel. It's a big 1 to 3 range, pretty big AoE. As soon as it hits somebody, they start taking 10% AoE, and it inflicts 3 stacks of infection. Infection debuff. Character loses a certain amount of HP after each turn. More stacks deal higher damage, stacking up to 9 times. Okay, so it's 3 stacks on this one, right? Wow. Voldirian Scout has it too. And he's a rogue. And there's an outlaw. You can inflict debuffs using Abyss just by being near people because she has the Depression AoE. I can give 2 random level 2 attribute debuffs. Recruited Assassin. Does he want? Recruited Outlaw also has the Luxite Shrapnel. Fake Owl can do alert stuff. And with a couple of the alert creates an AoE that if anybody walks into, he'll shoot them. Some of the bows have things where they'll inflict infection or different debuffs. So it's really easy just to do a full debuff team. I was going to show you Candlelight since we were talking about. I was talking about, rather. This skill inflicts Hangman Mark. Hangman's Mark. Being attacked by certain skills will cause the character to receive additional effects, right? Also does speed down 2, so reduces their speed by 100. I think that'll knock them down 2 or 3 turn orders. Lasts for 2 turns. Heals every ally within the area for 65% of her magic attack and gives move +1. Okay, well, on top of that, it's at rank 5. Before being attacked from the front or side, she'll inflict Hangman's Mark for 2 turns. Allies within 5 tiles take 20% less damage if somebody has a Hangman's Mark. Go into 7. Special mission. I should unlock this one, actually. Restores 4 energy to the target ally. Grants attack 2, which is 20% of both. Magic defense plus 40%. And physical defense 40% for 2 turns. So, like, I think she's a monster. Oh, I never picked the first one. That's so funny. Ha 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 ha. I guess probably that, because having an extra aura skill is really nice, and I already have a healing skill. But yeah, I think she's one of the best supports in the game for like an unofficial faction. I'm pretty sure Sophia's aura, just if anybody has the Hanged Man debuff, all of her party will deal more damage to them. So you can do like Dentalian, Inanna, Sophia, and then just Hanged Man characters. Or if you don't have Dentalian, use your selector if you're thinking about getting a selector to get Inanna, and then use Sophia and the rest of your Hangman characters, and you're going to be absolutely devastating. Sorry about that. I know that was a really long rant. If anybody likes Unga Bunga, you could also go with the Union. I'm going to be trying to build Union and Hanged Man if I can. Union is just a bunch of people in armor, taking hits from the front, taking a lot less damage, and counterattacking like hell. Well, I've got a lot of cake. Let's see what we can get with it. Oh, yeah, I guess I should have thought about phrasing. Oh my gosh. A certain amount of watcher upgrade materials of each rarity. I guess I'll get that. Sure, upgrade box. What's in the box? I mean, okay, that's not bad. You know, that's all 5 of them. That is kind of bad. I'm gonna buy everything as we go. Oh look, more endurance potions. We take those. What's in the box? Oh my god, I've done that map so many times. I'm surely, I'm close. I'm not close. Oh my god, that's insane. Oh boy. Let's go look at the Watcher characters since I have so many Watcher stuff now. Rank 8, rank 8. Why don't I just do it by Watcher? Seems good. Rank 8. Candlelight's busted. Oh yeah, Nightingale's also really good. I don't know if anybody has her. Y'all should look into her. Painkiller is insane. Big regeneration, big damage reduction. It's an instant skill. I think a lot of hers are instants. She could do an instant heal, passive heals, Tranquilizer inflicts sleep, which is a really rare. This is not instant, but it deals a ton of damage. Oh, shame. Because she gets this big regeneration too. Oh, dude, that sucks. I don't want to do too much healing on her because I have other healing characters, but the status effects are so rare. Like, sleep is incredible, and it's on like 2 units, I think. And then Weapon Eroder, there's a couple of maps that you need to deal piercing damage, and enemies have a ton of HP. So you can just go in, deal piercing damage. They already have a high HP amount, so they take a third of their health and they reduce their attack. Oh, that feels bad, man. Condolences. I guess I should level up. So I know Flare is really good. She's an incredible, like, mid damage, but also mid heal, so that's nice, and she's tanky. Butterfly is apparently really good. She zips around the battlefield. Yeah, instant swap positions with any character within 3 tiles, give them move up. After an active attack, heal a single target that yeah, inflicts no reaction, no active, and no passive skill for 2 turns. Counterattack and then defense back attack. Increase damage by 15% for all odds within 5 and give lifesteal. Or you can do a single target attack. No, this is insane. She seems worth. I will probably level her up soon. Fake hell, let me get you back up there. Oh, you know what? I could also look up my traces or my talents. Yes, give me all of that. Let's see, just Starglow. Okay, so I need just Starglow. Cool, so this one has those. Let's do 5. I always forgot to do my talents, and then I used all of them. Uh, and I was like, man, why did I do that? Is that not right? Gold, just start. Am I crazy? I may have picked. Oh, those are platinum. Isn't engraved. Oh! Okay, so yeah, I'm not using those. Those are going to be important for 8.5. So these are platinum too. Resource selection box. Oh, I will use literally all of these for radiant powder, because radiant powder is like the hardest thing in the game to find. Okay, then I'm gonna go to traces. Should level a bit. I think the best paths to go initially, in my current opinion and stance that can change at any time, are the defensive ones, because I would rather just not die immediately. And we're just gonna sweep a whole bunch, because I have so much stamina to use. I'm probably gonna end this stream in about 15 minutes. Baby. Star Trial 1, let's go. Explorer, okay. Oh yeah, rad, excellent. Yeah, but then you have to worry about turn order, because like, what if you go in and hit somebody, and then somebody a little further back looks at you wrong and you fall down dead, you know? Spooky. I don't want to have to worry about that. Nah. You know what? You make a strong argument, friend. Those are some salient points. You know, there's a thing that happens to a lot of people who are like, nah, I'd win. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they win. It is true. They don't have to worry about dying. They just end up in somebody else's body. And double win. Look, if I just keep hitting the jackpot, I don't need to worry about anything. Have you guys just thought about not losing? God, have I not leveled up yet? So, oh my gosh. Okay. I have enough. I have enough. It's true. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, boys. Oh, this monkey, he really can do it. Cue the official D music that I won't play. I'll get demonetized. So I'll do some radiant. There we go, baby. We did it, level 43. And one more level will be done with this Voyage Memento stage. Because once you get the development ones done, you automatically get all the resource ones. I'll get more dupes of Ryu. Yeah, Raya. She's really good. Now she has an alter form, funny enough, that's apparently going to be super meta. But she's already really strong, especially for a free-to-play character. And then my next one, I can get another chance at a legendary weapon. I don't know if I told you guys or not. I'm actually cursed. That just means there ain't no air for them either, you know? Ain't no air in space. That's perfect. Equal grounds. Well, space? There's no ground in space. So every time I was able to get a new weapon, a legendary weapon from the event, or really anything, I just kept getting dupes of this. So I have 6 copies of Whale Hunter. I just fed all the dupes into one to give a guaranteed stack of infection. And deal 20% more damage to people with infection every time I hit. So, you know, just keep infecting people. You're talking about DOT damage earlier, Tristan. There you go. Go for the Whale Hunter. Just keep inflicting infect. Stay woke, Tristan. Whale Hunters are out here. We're coming for you. I got you for 3 minutes. Oh, these are timed. Cool beans. So I guess back to the event, because I leveled up. Can't kill me if they can't move. You know? Dang. That's the logic. He's on to something. Oh yeah, you guys didn't tell me. Is there anybody in particular you guys want me to do a build video on? I don't know if I can do a build video on Shadow Paladins. Mordred's too strong. I don't have one for Cole. I know there are a bunch of them out there, but I can absolutely do one. I'm more than happy to do one on Cole. Butterfly's really good. Stormbreaker is insane, Andy. Stormbreaker, especially as you get leveled up, is a monster because she can just keep swinging and never stop. Yeah. So Stormbreaker has like a gamble thing, right? So when she does her AoE skill, she'll do a second swing afterwards, and then she has another chance, I think, to do another. I think I've seen up to 4 swings on Stormbreaker before, and she just tornadoes people to death, and it's really funny. Oh well, that was fast. Thanks, Cole. Tell you what, let me see. Let me see if Stormbreaker's on this, and if not, just for you, Andy, I will take the loss in cake points. Stormbreaker, are you? You're not. Yeah, she's not a part of it, but it's okay. I got you, Andy. Okay, this should be fun. Gate. I don't have breaker stuff. That's fine. This is the weapon that has the extra damage when charging. Ridiculous. This is fine. So yeah, her trait is really good. Increases AoE damage by 25% when defeating any enemy. Cast an attack dealing 60% physical damage to all enemies within 1 tile. So she already has that. She has this that does Storm Counter, Strike Back, so it does a full swing whenever she gets hit. Revolving hit that turns off healing. I'm going to go ahead and add in. Yeah, after initiating an active attack, deal 20%. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Come on, man. Nice, Dandy. Where? I have an Nana here. I don't. Sorry, Cole. Cool. So now after my 10-minute setup, yeah, everybody gets Crimson Falcon. Crimson Falcon is essentially a free-to-play version of Cole, Is really good, has incredibly high mobility. Big recommend. Cool, so we're gonna do a little AoE swing. It's 1, that's 2. Standby. Oh, wow, look at that, another swing. Oh, he died? Didn't. Okay. We're gonna use Urgent Order. Enforcer is good if you're going for the edgy boys. I think Enforcer is one of the hanged men. So Princess's Prayer, let her go again, right? Here we go. There we go, perfect. Maybe. There we go. So we go here, Tiger Swing, 2 people died. Swing, swing. So 3. Come on, keep it a little bit clean. But yeah, so the whole thing is just that Stormbreaker. Boys, come on. But yeah, so Stormbreaker is just really good. You throw her into an area, she'll do AoE attacks. I think you can put the Magician Tarot on her. I think that'll affect, I assume that'll affect her doing extra attacks. She does her extra one, hits this guy, hits him again, so 3 on just a basic attack. 4, there's nobody there, but she got to swing 4 times. So, you know, it's good. Can't take a hit, but she's good, you know? So if you're going to build her, I'd make sure you give her some defense of some kind, or have people buffing her magical and physical defense. Let's roll some more tarot cards with the cake that we got. So that's a gold. It's bad. Has potential to be good. Extra physical shield. I don't remember what Temperance does. Magic attack. I think that would be good for a healer. Decent judgment. Let's see if we can level up that Temperance. No, you know what? You're right. You don't. Sometimes you don't. Oh, look at that. Tear all of that apart. Just platinums. Said Temperance, so let's see. Different Temperance, but this could be really good. Magic defense is something I'm sorely in need of. Yeah, beautiful. So we got the special one and 2 defensive skills for Temperance, which already increases your shield. And now it says you take 15% less when you have an active shield. So at the start of the map, you're going to get a shield just by being by having this. I think it's 25 physical shield based on your HP, I want to say. And let's see if this works, because all of the healing is based on magic attack in this game. You hate to see it. But we did get double magic attack and HP, 2 HPs and 2 magic attacks. It could be okay for a side healer. Yeah, we're already here as well. Give it to Abyss. Nah, Abyss got unlucky. Well, okie dokie, I think I'm going to call it a little bit early. This has been so much fun. Thank you guys for all popping in. I hope you guys join in my other streams. I'm going to be streaming on Tuesdays, Fridays, and on Saturdays, obviously, probably around noon. The other 2 days are going to be 5:30 p.m. to about 7 or 7:30 p.m. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you all again real soon.